Hello, YouTube pipe smokers. Southern Piper here. Coming to you with another edition of Monday Musings. And probably going to ramble a little bit. But I do appreciate you taking a few minutes to hang out with me, and hopefully you're enjoying a pipe. I mentioned the other day on another video that I've gone back and I started watching matches 860 from his very first video about 12 years ago. And I really am just enjoying John's videos. It's I don't know, it's very calming and relaxing, and I'm really enjoying it. Speaking of enjoyment, I am smoking some Distinguished Gentleman in my little squat Rhodesian here. Lovely smoking pipe. It's an estate pipe that I picked up at my local brick and mortar back in February. The brand is La Strada, and it's their Forte line. And I believe there's a number under here. I think that says 436. But it's a lovely little pipe. It's got some nice grain, particularly on the bottom side. And I recently opened the tin of Distinguished Gentleman, and I really sorry, I just got a text and got distracted. I'm really enjoying this, and I'm probably going to do at least a first impression slash semi review, mini review on it this week, because it's a really lovely smoking blend, and I enjoy it. So I wanted to, I don't know why it is, but I've been thinking about my very first job that I ever had, and thought I'd talk to you about that. I was 15, and there was a guy at church that built houses. And I don't know if he was necessarily like the contractor or if he was a sub. I feel like he was a sub, but I don't know that. I mean, we're talking, it's been more than 30 years ago. But this guy built houses at some level. And his brother was a firefighter, but kind of moonlighted doing landscaping. And what he would do was, when the one brother finished a house and it got time to do the landscaping, he would hand it to his brother and do sod laying and planting trees and bushes and what have you. So this would have been about 1991, I guess. Probably so. And I don't know what the housing market was doing back then, but there was a neighborhood uh, south of town that was going in, and several houses were going up, and they needed help getting the sod laid. And so, and I don't know if I was talking about wanting a job or if somebody approached me. I don't remember that level of detail, but I wound up getting a job with these guys I go to church with, laying sod. And it was just a summer job, and it lasted all summer. I mean, I think I probably lost just an absolute ton of weight, and you know, built a lot of strength because laying sod is not easy. But a guy that worked on the site with us would come by and pick me up in the morning because couldn't drive myself legally anyway. Uh, and he was older. He was probably college age. So I felt good, being able to uh, being able to hang out with a older guy, and felt like I was included. And but we'd get to the site, and depending on the size of the yard, it may take us a day or two to lay it. Probably sometimes 3 days. And I was one of those kind of naive kids that didn't have a lot of common sense or couldn't put two and two together a lot. And I remember one day, it was kind of wet. It had rained a little bit. It wasn't storming, but man, we had been laying. It was a big yard, and we had been laying sod. And once you get it down, you sprinkle it. Um, and I remember they had, if you've seen those little wooden spoons that you get with a little ice cream cup, they're a couple inches, and they're kind of shaped like an hourglass. So we had a bunch of those that we would tap down into the sod to kind of keep it from shifting. For some reason, I felt the need. I don't know what I was doing, but I haul off walking across this freshly laid sod, um, that was on a little bit of mud, and I just ruined like an entire half the yard because it just you move one, you move several, and I haul off, and they were like, "What are you doing?" And I was like, "I was going out to do whatever." And I looked back behind me, and it was horrible looking because those little wooden stakes would keep it from shifting as long as there wasn't force applied. And so that was a hard lesson to learn. Um, being embarrassed for being boneheaded. But, it's something to learn, right? But that, and I may tell you all about more of my jobs when I was a kid. But laying sod in the middle of summer in the Alabama heat it it taught me that I did not want to do that hard of work for the rest of my life because that was tough. And anybody that can do it, you're a strong man, strong woman, I tell you. So, anyway, that's it for today. I hope you enjoyed my little story. I appreciate you. Uh, I appreciate you sticking around and stopping by. And we'll see you again soon. But until then, I bid you happy smoking and blessings to you and your family.